Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable start to your day. Look, this is going to be real fast. So I am going to remind everybody, look, I am giving away a $10,500 platinum coaching or counseling package on Saturday at the Crushing Limiting Beliefs event. If you haven't heard about it, there's plenty of videos and content out there that I've been putting out about it for weeks. But if you're interested in changing your life, come. If you're interested in putting your hat in the ring to win that $10,500 coaching or counseling package, depending on where you're at in life, what you're going through, it's all included. 52 weeks, 52 sessions. That's in there. Also, everybody who doesn't win that coaching package is going to be gifted 2 follow-up sessions to follow up on the course. And if you have anything holding you back, you want to be at this course. Now that that's out of the way, if you want to do it, it's there. It's up to you to see the value. It's up to you to come get it. Let me talk to you. Over the past, say, 5 or 6 years, I often hear people refer to me as a content creator. I've even had people refer to me as an influencer, neither of which I've ever viewed myself as being. I've never seen myself as being a content creator, despite the fact that I've created literally tens of thousands of pieces of content over the years. There's so much. I have one website with almost 1,000 articles on it alone. I have over 1,500 videos on this particular channel on the Black Voice channel on YouTube. I have, oh my God, tens of thousands of pieces of content on Facebook, and we can go Twitter and all. So, okay, maybe I am a content creator, but this is what I want to introduce to you. And it's not going to take long, but I want to introduce myself to you and tell you who I am and why I do it in a very brief way. I'm going to have a very long conversation about this with the people who attend the event on Saturday. But I want to talk to you because I want to encourage you. But I want to encourage you from a place of transparency and honesty, because there's so many people out there that will lead you to believe that they were born knowing it all, that they born and escaped all harm and scathed, came out of life unscathed, and that they just have all the answers, and it'll have you frustrated because you're trying to find the path that they walked of least resistance to get to where they are, and that path doesn't exist. Here's what I can tell you about myself. If I'm to be honest, I'll have to say that I spent a significant part of my early life into my early adulthood literally trading away pieces of myself and abandoning my identity in situations in an attempt to be accepted and validated by others. I kept giving away and trading pieces of me because I didn't understand the value of what I was giving away. I just wanted to be liked. I wanted to be loved. I had some abandonment issues that I didn't deal with as a child. Never knew my father. And my mother couldn't be there for me because she was a young teenage mother trying to figure it out. So the things I yearned from my biological parents, I never got. My father died when I was 14. First time I ever saw him in my life was at his funeral. My mother, we ended up having a great relationship, but never as mother and son, more like sister and brother, because her grandparents reared me. And you would think, hey, you got these 2 solid people in the house that's pouring into you. But I'm telling you, there's something that was missing. And I went out into the world seeking it in relationships and opportunities. And even my successes were tied to me trying to prove my worth to someone. I was in my early 30s before I realized that all of the things that I had did up until that point was me trying to prove to a dead man that I was worthy of his time. Now, I'm telling you this because you need to understand that somewhere out there is a truth, and truth is not compromised. Truth is not negotiable. Truth is what it is, but you're going to have to discover the truth about who you are and then learn how you're going to apply it to what you're going to become. Because what I discovered is I didn't need, and let me tell you something, I'm still on this journey of self-discovery. And this is what has led me to be who I am and where I am and doing what I do. I love what I do. I love what I have been able to master. But outside of the mastery of the disciplines that I use to work with people is a heart of a person who knows how most of the people that I deal with feel. It provides a unique insight into what's going on. There is no lack of empathy because in most instances, in some way, I understand. So, but here's the thing. I had to discover the truth about who I was, not what someone else did to me. See, what my father did in not getting to know me wasn't a conviction of who I was. It was a conviction of who he was. And I don't hold any animosity towards him. I don't hold any anger or anything against him. He was who he was. But that has no bearing, and it cannot have any bearing on what outside of motivating me to be better. Not perfect, better. Then that's it. And my mom could only be what she could be as a 15-year-old mom when she had me. I hold no ill will. Matter of fact, we've had some great times. And the one thing she would always tell my other siblings, he is never and I wasn't, because as being her oldest child, not my father's oldest, but her oldest, my grandparents taught me that despite where she was or what she was doing, she was still my mother and she still deserved respect. And they demanded that I give it to her. So I never disrespected her, never raised my voice, never had any exchange of words. When we were not on the same page, I would simply remove myself and I would go where I needed to go. And I can live with what I have with her. Okay, what am I getting at? Because I'm almost done. What am I getting at? There's a journey out there for you. See, I had to stop looking for acceptance in other people. I had to become okay with who I was. I had to become okay with being me, authentically me, because see, that's my truth. I don't mean authentically me in a selfish pursuit of only what I desire. I mean authentically me in a desire to be the best version of myself, not what someone else wants me to be, not what someone else says I am, but looking at myself and searching myself and asking myself, is this the best version of you today? How are you approaching this? And what it has done for me that I am so thankful for is it has allowed me to be able to execute grace when dealing with people. Even when people are not doing what I feel they should be doing, even when people are not living at the level that they should be, even when people may do something that hurts me, it allows me to see through a lens that I didn't initially see from. When you're searching and you're looking for approbation and approval, you're looking through the lens of how you're being judged, and it tends to make you judgmental. Because everybody's judging and assessing you, you judge and assess everybody. And what I decided is, instead of being judgmental, I am going to be a person who extends grace. I'm not going to co-sign anything that you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing. I'm not going to co-sign wrong. I'm not going to co-sign BS. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to give you permission to be in process of transitioning into something great. I'm going to give you the permission to stand and walk where you're walking so that you can get where you're going. And I'm going to walk it with you. That's what this is about for me. Whether it's on the Visionetics Institute pages and sites and channels, whether it's on the Black Voice pages, sites and channel, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on my Instagram, whatever it is, I'm trying to get you to a truth about you that elevates you. No matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you see yourself in this world, it starts with you. I want to challenge you. Search for your truth, because here's the thing I found when I found my truth and I applied my truth. Freedom. freedom from the need to be accepted, freedom from the need to fit into other people's definition of what I should be, freedom from the need to have someone else co-sign my vision, freedom from so many things. It doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities to the people I love. It doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities to my wife, to my family, to everybody that is a part of what I have created in my world. That's not what it means. It means that I am not a slave or captive to opinions, assessments, and judgments of others. What I am is a person who is committed to living life at the level of my design, to honoring the designer, to honoring the creator. And in doing so, I have to be honest that I'm in process, that I'm in transition, that I'm on a journey of self-discovery. And every day I find out something new about myself. And in doing so, it equips me to be better, to help other people. I want you to escape that need, because it's trapping you, it's suffocating you. You're leaving pieces of yourself with people who don't care. Now, you're going to have to invest yourself in somebody, in some people, but they need to be equally invested in you. And they need to be able to see your humanity and your potential. And they need to be able to be honest with you when you're not operating at the height of your potential. But they also need to be able to fan your flames. Find the people who you can plug into, who you can look at and say they authentically care about me. They're not perfect, so I'm not going to get perfection out of them, but I get consistency. I look up and they're there. I look up and I know who I can call. Man, let me tell you this. You know you really have somebody when you know you're not necessarily on good terms, but you can still call them. You know you have somebody when things aren't going good, but you can still lean into them when you need to. And they're not going to bring up anything from the past. They're not going to throw what you did in your face. They're more concerned about healing. They're more concerned about expanding and growing. They're looking into the future so they don't get caught up with what's going on in the past. There are people out there who are like that. Find those people, connect with those people, but most important, find yourself and connect intimately with who you are. And your view of the world will change. Look, I love doing what I do. I'm going to keep bringing the content. I'm going to keep sharing it. I'm going to start doing a lot more shorter videos, 10 minutes and under. I wasn't planning to go this long. I got to practice that. Anybody knows me, I'm not the short dude, but I'm going to work on doing some more short videos that you can grab and go with in the morning, grab and go with at night, or throughout the day. I'm going to start doing a lot more stuff on TikTok and Instagram, which is, oh my God, that's not my thing, but I'm going to do it because there are people out there who need it. But I'm going to encourage you. For any of you who may be considering wanting to work with me on a one-on-one basis, there's an email address in the description box. For those of you who want to get something excited and kick it off with a bang, the link for this weekend's Crushing Limiting Beliefs event is there. You're going to get to hear me tell more about my story and why it's important to understand, because see, people are on journeys and they'll tell you that where you're at means that you're failing. And I'm telling you, it's not. It's telling you it's a part of the journey. But I'm going to explain to you how to get rid of those limiting beliefs. And I'm also giving away that $10,500 package. Come on out and see me if you want. But whatever you do, it's time that you start your journey of self-discovery. It's time that you see the greatness inside of yourself. It's time that you step from behind the lens of all the other judgments and people who have looked at you and told you you were less than. It's time to step out. It's time to embrace the possibilities of what you're capable of becoming. And I'm challenging you to do that. I'm challenging you to live life at its fullest. On that note, I am out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Sonia. Good to see you. Hopefully you're still on here. But yes, make today today. On that note, as I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing.